Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda was on Gillie and Wallo's podcast earlier today, and they went berserk on Memphis Bleek. Now, the reason why they're going berserk on Memphis Bleek is because of an interview that Memphis Bleek did, last week?
Ain't paying your bills, cuz. That's what it is. They compete. That's why they talk like that. If 50 said 1 year, these in the shelter, they shouldn't be allowed to talk about us or anybody when you literally are a dependent. That's insane to me, man. Like, they even wear their jewelry without their boss. Show me a picture of Yayo walking around with his chain, the passport chain, without 50 Cent there. I gotta see it. But they take care of we take care of ourselves.
I think I heard Yayo say that you and which is crazy. He said you and Jay's friendship is just was more business. I've never seen it.
Well, him and 50 friendship is just financial.
That was a direct response to Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo accusing Jay-Z of not taking care of their guys, bringing up Memphis Bleek. So Memphis Bleek response was they're only using 50 Cent, their liabilities, they don't really got bread. So Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo responded back, and they unloaded, essentially going out of their way to prove to Memphis Bleek that they do have money, and they'll actually reverse the accusation and call Memphis Bleek broke and claim that he can't rock with them.
Oh, Yayo don't wear the passport chain. Well, 50's not around. Why are we talking about chains? That's all I'm saying. I don't see y'all got plenty of money. Y'all buy cars and watches like rich people do. Ain't really talking about chains. Yo, you don't have the passport chain. Because what it was is Yayo came back from the dead. Yayo got a second win and can't stand it. Sometimes it could be a that's around me that can't stand it. Yayo got a second win on his own without 50. I went on Vlad. Yo, you bugging. I went on $1 Million a Game. That took me there. I went on Shannon Sharp. I went on all these big platforms by myself and sold my personality just like y'all do. But going to continue to hate. You had your one day on stage with Jay, which is cool. Feel good.
Would you be the elaborate? Would you be what day on stage?
It was one day on stage with Jay. It's cool. So I know you're gonna feel good about yourself. Want to pump out your chest. Then you want to sell a record.
What you mean when Jay just performed?
Yeah, when Jay just performed. He had one day out. You know, we do that with 50 every other week. Blew a couple of shots at him. He might feel like, oh, wow, this saying that. What businesses you have? This is my business right here. Unit dispensary.
I like the Yayo and Murda dynamic because Yayo is like the fly player dude who just always, when Murda responded back to Memphis Bleek, it wasn't as calm as Tony Yayo. Now, ultimately, though, before we even get to what Uncle Murda had to say, I think this conversation is beneath everybody, bro. I think this conversation of if people got businesses, if they got money or not, is beneath people who have been in the industry for 20, 30 years, bro. Tony Yayo, Uncle Murda, and Memphis Bleek have been in the industry for 30 plus years. The assumption is y'all should have money, right? Like that should be the assumption should be y'all should have money, bro. If y'all been in the industry for 30 years and don't got money, that's a problem. So I don't think anybody, including the fans or anybody who's watching this and thinking any of these dudes is both, nobody think they're broke. Nobody. I don't think there's a soul who thinks Tony Yayo, Memphis Bleek, or Uncle Murda is broke. However, the more y'all have these conversations, people gonna start thinking y'all broke. Right? Because Jay-Z even responding back to the thought he has money will be laughable to Jay-Z. Like laughable. Drake even responding back to the thought, right, that he don't got money will be laughable. As simple as that. The people who got the paper, even having a conversation, listen, you tell Drake, hey, yo, Drake, this person say, bro, you broke. Yo, Drake would just laugh during the interview, like, what, a word? Yeah, okay. Right? I guess I'm broke. Okay. Right? Like, okay, cool. Right? Like, I guess. So, again, I hear, like, Yayo out. I do. I hear Bleek. I hear Murda out, bro. I do. Somebody calling you out for being a leech or being broke, I understand how that may want you to spark a response. But, bro, like you don't have to go in depth about what businesses you own, the moves you're making, because trust me, bro, the only people who are watching are the people who want to stop that. The only people who was like paying attention and like, oh my God, he got this business here, are the people who got bad intentions. Ask Adrian Broner what coming publicly and telling people he got money again did to him. Bro, ask Broner. The minute Broner came out and said, hey, I'm rich again, he got a lawsuit the same week. Now, this is what Uncle Murda had to say. Uncle Murda was not as patient or as nice with Memphis Bleek. Murda actually issued a warning and I guess a challenge to Memphis Bleek if he really want to prove who got more money.
It's between Queens and Nassau. We deliver. We've been open for a while now. Shout to Murda. We have our own businesses. We doing our own thing. Be surprised.
I'm gonna say this.
I just don't gotta make announcements because I know he glazing. And the glazing award goes to Memphis Bleek. And then look, you on Black Effect, so I know Charlamagne is gonna be like, yo, so what about Yayo? Of course, you gonna click for him. It's cool, it's not a problem. I like when they talk about me. I know I'm doing something right.
Oh,
that's it.
No, because one of the things I did see that he said was that, you know, Jay don't gotta take care of him. You know,
but nobody's taking care of me.
But hold on, let me finish.
That's where you're getting it wrong. I don't pay my bills. Don't pay my taxes. My first house is bought off my album.
Go ahead. He said something pertaining to you too, Murda, about if
he said something about me.
If
I ain't hear this.
Oh, you did? Oh,
no, I ain't know he said something about me. You talking about me?
No, maybe it wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
If 50 stopped for a year, it'll be over.
I will be in a trap. What is you talking about? If I can't, I'm still a street. I'm not on Jay-Z, Nas and them level. It's cool. I was making money before, like, be like, yo, was a pack pumper. No, I was getting money on 134 and God Brewer.
Let me say this.
You can ask.
Let me say this. Let me just say this, Murda.
Now, hold on, let me say, hold on.
I gotta stop
I know, like, as far as we got a successful weed dispensary business, and I know Bleek said he got a restaurant. I don't mind. We can do this too. We could go. Let's see what you made last month, and we can show what we made last month, and we could continue to do month for month to see who's making more money as far as that business is concerned. We could go business for business as far as that, right? And we could go Bitcoin for Bitcoin because I got a bunch of those too. So as far as me being back in the hood, that would never happen. And we could show houses too. I got a pool. We could show who houses flyer and all type. We could do that. We could go Bitcoin for Bitcoin. Hold on. We could go Bitcoin for Bitcoin. We could do this, and not to mention we got a nice check from Valium to even do this podcast, right? We getting paid like real good money to do this podcast, and on top of that,
fastest growing podcast.
And on top of that, I heard him talk about he put out because I didn't know he was talking about me. Like I'm surprised. We both from Brooklyn. I'm surprised.
Hey, it's too late for that, Gillie. You already said it. The only thing I heard like Memphis Bleek say about Uncle Murda was that he believes that Murda made more money with Jay-Z than he made with 50 Cent. And he don't believe Murda when Murda said he made more money with 50 Cent than with Jay-Z. But the majority of Memphis Bleek disses was towards Tony Yayo, right? But when Gillie opened up this like rabbit hole, it felt like Murda was kind of waiting to say something. Because how Murda kind of like flew off the window. What you've heard so far from Murda is nothing. Like, it's nothing. What proceeds to follow, to me, is what I don't, especially if you haven't heard what Memphis Bleek have said about you yet. To go this crazy tells me, A, you already heard Memphis Bleek say something about you. You already heard what he said about you, and you didn't like it already. You, as soon as his name came up, you was already waiting to say this. But after Murda goes crazy, Murda falls back on, well, if he says something. I don't know, like, the way Murda, it felt like Murda was willing to get violent with Bleek, and up until now, I don't know if this is just like a New Yorker thing. Again, I don't understand because I'm not a New Yorker, but Murda's reaction to me did not really exemplify the situation. Like it didn't really his reaction. Don't really correlate to what's going on. Murda was more mad than Tony Yayo, and Bleek spoke about Tony Yayo for 99.9% of that conversation.
I'm surprised.
I'm going to retract that.
I'm surprised. But no, hold on.
I just thought he said
I'm surprised. He was talking about me like. But on top of that, shout out to Ghazi and Nima. That's Empire. I just did a deal with them for 7 figures with my music. So I get paid to put out music as well. So as far as I got to deal with Empire, I get paid to put out music, right? My dispensary is doing great. Shout out to my West, the whole indoor, the unit dispo, right? We getting podcast money as well. And a whole lot of money with 50. It's great to perform with 50.
All over the world?
All over the world. It's great to perform with 50 all over the world. Perform with 50 probably at least 10 to 12 times out the month. That's what you call a bag. It's hustling. Don't depend on 50, but money with 50. And I salute that and I appreciate that like a motherfucker. And 50 creates other opportunities to get money. That's how it was easy to get the dispo and things of that like that. So it's a blessing to 50. But
The room.
not depending on 50 to get no money. Like, what the f about? It's crazy, man.
Hustling.
And the only
ain't
bleak,
gonna
and,
give-
hold up, man.
A nigga ain't gonna give you nothing anyway.
Hold up, man. The only
on,
bleak
you
verse I
violent.
ever like is the one that Jay-Z wrote. The only bleak verse I ever like is the one that Jay-Z wrote.
Let's pause this right here. Yo, Yayo ain't feeling this, bruh. Right, because he shoot off Yayo a couple times. Now, I do think, though, you know, like they brothers, you know, and obviously, right, because, you know, it ain't no disrespect. But I did see an argument on their podcast the other day, like the last time I reacted to it, where they got into an argument, too, about over-talking, right? Because Yayo, you know, kind of like was slow cooking his point, trying to really get it out. Then Gillie brought in Murda, so now Murda had to step in, and Yayo couldn't really get his full point out. But yo, look at Yayo's face, bro. Yayo, yo, you would think that Yayo is Memphis Bleak right now, bruh.
I ain't never like a bleak verse that he wrote by himself. Out here. Niggas don't Memphis Bleak fans like that neither.
All right, yo, look.
But I'm surprised you talked about
All
me,
right,
Bleak.
now look. I ain't gonna listen.
You said he said something about
Wallo,
me.
don't worry.
I
about
ain't with that. I ain't with it.
I said,
I ain't
he
with it.
said if
I say
Back in the
something?
hood is
Yo,
you.
hold on. Talking about me more, right? So
Back to that shit.
right? Why you starting like
No, I'm just saying back to that. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, you on
back to
100
that.
right now.
Yeah, I am. I'm on 1,000.
that's
Yo, look.
Learjet Lenny.
I'm
yeah.
on 1,000,
You
nigga.
talking about
look,
We
Learjet
get
Lenny,
Bitcoin for
nigga.
Bitcoin,
But look.
bank account for bank account, and business statements for business statements.
look.
And we can do it next week.
Yo, look.
And let's check the transactions. You know how you can scratch it out so nobody wire nobody nothing. Let's see how much money really got. And check the safe. Because we got the safe money too. I got a safe in the crib. And I just took my kids first class flights on Disney. We was in Disney World. I do with the kids.
Now,
You heard? It was me and 2 of the homies and 13 kids. We do with the kids.
I'm a pocket watcher, so now I'm serious on who got more money. So Uncle Murda's net worth is $2 billion. Memphis Bleak net worth, let's see what's Bleak. Bleak's net worth is between $200,000 and $2 million, which this is foul. This is foul. That's foul, bruh. All right, because if Murda's net worth is just $2 million, why y'all gotta estimate Bleak's net worth, man? Why can't y'all just give Bleak like a solid number? Now, they says Bleak's early earning is $75,000 his initial advance with Rockefeller Records. Okay, that's nothing. And then his music catalog, they says, you know, he did multi-millions of dollars. Oh, wow. He filed for a Chapter 13 bankrupt. Well, don't this kind of proves who got more money then? Wait, let's see. Did Uncle Murda file for bankruptcy? No. Oh. I think that settles it, okay? Well, not really, right? Because there are people who file for bankruptcy. I think 50 Cent filed for bankruptcy in the past, but 50 Cent is obviously richer than everybody involved here. But if one person has filed for bankruptcy, the other person hasn't, I think we could make, I don't know, right, like a pretty great decision here by saying, okay, maybe Uncle Murda takes this round, bruh. Now, Memphis Bleak has not responded back yet. You know, the only thing that I think Memphis Bleak would probably take offense to would probably be the Memphis Bleak only got one good verse, and that's the verse that Jay-Z wrote. Yeah, I don't know, man. Right? Like, you know, I can't really like think of too many like great Memphis Bleak verses, you know, opposed to Uncle Murda, who drops the wrap up every year. Now, I'll be real, the wrap up this year, or the most recent one, I should say, I really wasn't feeling. The ones in the past have been classics, but I think Murda will drop another classic this year because there's been so much going on, you know. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what have y'all think about this one? What do you guys think about this? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how apparently, all right, Big Meech is claiming that somebody that 50 Cent is doing business with is a federal informant. I'm going to see you guys in this Big Meech and 50 Cent video. Out of here, folks. Peace.